Hey, Curlfest. We are back. We're on Main Moves Media. We've taken over the Curly Girl Collective's feed. It's a complete takeover on the social media. Bree is talking to the people, to the fans. I almost said fans, but they're really friends. Everybody's been watching this one for years.
To my family.
We've been watching her for years, but we're sitting with someone who we've been listening to for years. She's baked into our consciousness. I dare you not to two-step, line dance, just sit in your chair and boogie whenever you hear the voice of
Before
Ms.
Vibes was even Vibes.
Before
Aura was even Aura. Before people was even talking about getting conscious and woke, it was y'all.
Ms.
No,
Renee
for real, for real, for real.
is with us. Welcome to your first Curlyfest.
Hey!
Oh, well, thank you for having me. I am so overwhelmed with the amount of beauty and melanin and natural.
Yes.
The essence here is just inspiring. It's reaffirming. It's nurturing. It's us looking at ourselves in the face and giving ourselves a hug. I love this. It's needed.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So our minds were kind of blown. We're both first timers as well. So we want to ask you then, get in line with us. What's been the most sort of tremendous thing about participating in your first Curlfest?
Okay.
I'm excited to hear this one.
The most, really just embarking upon the grounds. There are at least 5,000 people here right now, and it's overwhelming. Young and old, men and women, and everyone here is we're all on one accord. Although we're in Brooklyn, you do get the sense that we are a nation of people. You've got people from all over the states here. You've got people from all different islands. You've got Nigeria. You've got a lot of people here. But that, I wouldn't say it was overwhelming, but it's definitely, it feels mighty. It's not light. It feels heavy in a great way.
In a
because our backs are
beautiful way.
strong.
Yeah.
You know? So when you feel this kind of weight, you're like, okay, I can match that because this is me. That's how I feel right now. With the heat, the sun, the nature, the green, everything, and it's all.
So nice. This is what we need. This is what we're about. Like, all together, the vibe is so peaceful, and it's amazing. The only thing that's missing is your soundtrack.
Okay, because that's where I was going next with this. Yes.
Well, I tell you, I promise you that I have offered my music for the soundtrack of this piece, and it is a pleasure of mine to even be aligned with Main Moves and this Curly Girl Collective, because it is the most authentic, I would say a partnership. It's the most authentic combination, because this is really a reflection of who I've always known myself to be. Yes, I mean, so you're going to hear this music coming through, the new music, watching me, you're going to hear it all.
Yes. Yes.
Look at this one. She's just wrapped up. I'm looking at Bree. I can feel her just soaking everything all in.
So what I want to know is, Music Maven, what is your favorite song? What is your favorite album for 2017 so far?
Love Galore, SZA. I love SZA.
Woo! Woo!
Love Galore.
Normal Girl
SZA.
is.
Yes. And the other one is, what's the song?
Pretty Little Bird.
What's the one where she's like 9 to 5?
Weekend.
Weekend. Thank you.
Weekend.
I just took my nephew to his
snack that walked by
orientation
me.
in North Carolina State this week, and we did a road trip. Yes, Aggie Pride, and Kyla Evans. Shout out. Anyway, we took a road trip together, and he introduced me to the music and world of SZA for the first time, and I'm like, Kyler, but I remember when you were in Pampers. How are you putting me on the music? And you have really good taste. I'm proud of you.
I wonder how that makes you feel about the future of music, because I know as I get older, my ears start to hear things differently. And I think, God, music isn't what it used to be, but you know more than anything about the industry and what's coming and how it's evolving. But how do you feel about the current state of music?
All of it isn't bad. That's the first thing. And change isn't always a bad thing. Things can never get better unless you embrace change. And so what I try to do is remain open and connected to the young generation behind us, because I'm always curious as to what makes you tick. I want to know what makes you, what just makes you move. And in somewhere in there, I might find something that I can enjoy as well. And so I say that to say that because of that process, you know, you have artists like SZA, you've got artists like Kendrick Lamar, you've got artists like, oh man, there's so many artists. Chance the Rapper, I love him. I love his spirit. Yes, he is inspiring to me. Rihanna's younger than us, so I will say Rihanna, you know. I mean, but the thing is, nothing's ever going to be the way it was.
That's right.
And the key to truly experiencing the full scope of your life is to accept that, right? And try to guide it, try to be there for it, try to understand it, because it's inevitable, you know? There was a time when, before we were born, jazz was pop culture. It was the popular music of the time, jazz.
Say the first time I ever met Renee was with the indomitable Mr. Ron Carter, excuse me. Here I go. Ron Carter.
It's the heat. We know, baby.
And like, you are now a conduit bringing the younger people forward to get on that steam.
Yeah, it's important. Like, you know, Ron Carter, I was a brand ambassador for his nonprofit charity. And also, I've played with him before. I also toured with Roy Hargrove, and they're all like hardcore jazz. I mean, Ron Carter was the bass player for Legend, yes. Ron Carter was the bass player for Miles Davis's quintet. And so, and of course, Roy Hargrove is just like one of the greatest trumpet players, but it's in jazz. And Roy Hargrove pulled me in, you know, even though I did R&B. And now I can look to the generation ahead of us and pull them in and try to understand what they're doing.
Okay, you know? really quickly. Beyonce, Solange, or Sir and Rumi? I had to throw them in there because she just had them twins. Just need to know.
Beyonce, Solange.
Sir Rumi.
Sir Rumi. Okay, no, those are the twins. Yeah. So what are you asking me?
Which one do you love?
Which one do I love? They're one family.
Damn
I love
right.
Tina Knowles.
That's a good answer.
She had a grandmother for all of them.
She said Tina.
That's
a good answer.
Them. So Sir, Rumi, Beyonce, all of them. Blue, Solange. Oh no, honestly, I love Jay-Z too. He's a Brooklyn.
I do too. 444.
Yes.
You said they're all one family, just like we're all one family here today at Curlfest.
Hey fam.
Hey fam. So thank you for being part of the family on Main Moves.
Thank you for what you did for music. Collective. Thank you for the path that you opened too, because remember, you started us. You made the way on that one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No, thank you.
As the writer of those songs, all of those hit records, I thank you
about it.
very much.
Talk about it.
Thank you.
You still on my iPod too, by the way.
What? In rotation, not like, like it comes up.
Thank you. It's just, it warms my heart to know that none of it was in vain. I just thank you.
Well, thank you for being here today.